Hi dear student, this is Sanal from Hilbodi classes. Welcome back to AS Level CAIE Physics 9702 series. This is module 2 part 3. In the last video we have discussed about velocity and speed. We studied that concept properly. In today's video we are going to discuss about acceleration. Acceleration simply means how the velocity is changing with respect to time. This topic, acceleration, is frequently tested in a structured paper and MCQs for your exam. So understand this concept properly. We will start with the definition. What is the definition? The rate of change of velocity with respect to time. The rate of change of velocity with respect to time is acceleration. And rate of change of velocity, change in velocity you are calculating. Velocity is a vector quantity, so the acceleration is vector quantity. Mathematically, how can you represent acceleration? So acceleration is equal to change acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon time. Okay, so you can use the symbol delta v upon delta t. Change always represented with a delta in physics, right? So delta v upon delta t. Velocity, what was the unit? Meter per second. Per second means second square, right? So the unit is meter per second square. Okay, change in velocity, always take the change in physics, that is final value minus initial value. Final minus initial. Here final velocity, we will use some symbols. You need to remember u is representing initial velocity and v will represent the final velocity. So the acceleration a is equal to delta v upon delta t, which is equal to final velocity. What is that? V minus u upon t. So this is the equation you need to remember. Okay. Some important points I will tell you. Change in velocity. So whatever factor changes the velocity, then acceleration will be there. All right. So whatever factors, what may be the reason for a change in velocity? First one, change in speed. Second one, it comes with magnitude and direction, right? So change in direction. Or both. Change in speed and change in direction, right? These things can cause what? Acceleration. And one important point you need to remember regarding the sign of acceleration. Since it is a vector quantity, it can be negative or positive, right? So acceleration can be negative or positive. So negative acceleration and positive, how will you take the sign? The sign actually depends on the direction of motion you have chosen. Okay, negative acceleration means acceleration direction is opposite to the direction of motion. So direction of motion you need to consider. If the acceleration, a negative acceleration means acceleration will be opposite to the direction of motion. So negative acceleration means negative acceleration, the acceleration is opposite to the direction of motion. Okay, this point, taking the direction is depending on the direction of motion. If the direction of motion is towards right, the negative acceleration means it will be towards left. Understood? So acceleration does not mean that it is slowing down or increasing the speed always. It can be with at constant speed also. Why? If the direction is changing, then the velocity is changing, right? Even if it is moving in a constant speed also. In a circular path, suppose. In a circular path, an object is moving with a constant speed, it has a velocity. Why? The direction is not straight line, it is changing always. Right? You consider one circular motion here. At this point, and this point, you consider an object is moving in a circular path with a constant speed. Velocity without direction is speed. Look at this. Here, say 5 meter per second. Here also 5 meter per second. Here also 5 meter per second. That means this object is moving with a uniform speed in a circular path. But each and every point you check the direction is changing, right? So there is an acceleration due to change in direction, even though the speed is constant. So what you can understand from this situation? So negative or positive acceleration does not always means it's slowing down or increasing the speed. The acceleration can be due to change in direction also, even though if it is moving at a constant speed. So you can write that point, negative or positive acceleration. Negative or positive acceleration does not always means that the object is slowing down or increasing the velocity. Okay, it can be due to change in direction also. So we have learned all the points and all the concepts related to acceleration. So quick summary, what we have learned: acceleration definition. What is that? Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. Mathematical expression, what is that? Change in velocity upon change in time. Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. What is the unit? Meter per second square. So the symbols we are using for final velocity is V, initial velocity is U, right? V minus U by T will be the acceleration formula. Then after that, you know that acceleration is a vector quantity. Vector quantity means it can be negative, positive, or zero. So what negative acceleration means simply means conventionally the direction is taken in opposite direction of the direction of motion. Okay, acceleration negative or positive does not mean it is speeding up or slowing down, right? It can be due to the change in direction also, even though the speed is constant. So all these points you keep in your mind, and we will do some questions. You apply all these points here and try to solve the questions. So read the question. An object moves in a horizontal circle at a constant speed. Which statement about the object is correct? Okay, first option, the velocity is constant because speed is constant. No, velocity is changing because the direction is changing in circular motion, right? Even though the speed is constant. So this can't be the answer. The acceleration is zero because the speed is constant. No, even though the speed is constant, there is an acceleration due to the changing direction of the particle. So the object is accelerated. See, the object has acceleration because its velocity is changing. Velocity is changing because of the direction change. So this will be the option. Check the last option. The object has no acceleration. So this is also not possible. There is an acceleration because of the change in direction. Correct? Next question. This question you try to do it by yourself. Pause the video and try to do it. Then you check the answer. Okay. Now I am going to solve it. A car is moving east with a velocity, okay? So with a velocity is given, initial velocity. What is this value? This value will be the initial velocity u. And it slows down to 5 meter plus 5 meter per second. So this is the final value of velocity, which is v. Time is also given. What is acceleration? V minus u upon t. Final value is 5 minus initial value is 20 upon time is 5 seconds. So it will be minus 15 upon 5, which is equal to minus 3 meter per second square. So I hope you got this answer. Option B is the correct answer. Okay. Next question you check. Pause the video and try to do it by yourself and check whether you got the right answer or not. Okay. Now I am going to solve this question. An object changes its velocity from, so this one will be what? This one will be your u initial velocity, this will be your final velocity. So u, v and time is also there. So what is acceleration? Acceleration is equal to final value minus initial value, v minus u upon t, which is equal to v is plus 6 minus final velocity is minus 4, time is 5. So minus minus it will become plus. So 10 upon 5, which is equal to 2 meter per second square. So option B is correct answer. I hope you got this right. So if you are getting all these questions correct, means the concept of acceleration is strong. With this question, we finished module 2 part 3 of AS Level CAIE 9702 series. So this acceleration quantity will leads us to equations of motion. So what equation? Very important topic in kinematics for your syllabus. In this topic, your major confusion will be choosing the equation for the question. Which equation I need to use? That confusion I will clear. There is a technique to identify the equation that I will explain in the next video. So see you in the next video. This is Sanal from CAIE Physics classes.